So now that 2025 has come to a close, and as crazy as it is, we are into 2026, it's time to recap a couple of the big feature changes that Apple introduced for 2025, and then make sure to stay tuned for our Apple Rewind segment on this coming weekend for what to look forward to in 2026. First things first, obviously as a whole, unifying their platforms, changing the numbering structure, we have now a uniform look as far as liquid glass. This obviously stole the show at WWDC. We did our first coverage on it while we were there in Cupertino, and now we can see the vision in full. Since we've been through a couple of betas and a couple of new dot releases for iOS 2026, iPadOS 2026, and how they took visual cues from visionOS and all of that, even incorporating some to macOS, this was definitely hands down the biggest addition to 2025 for Apple. There was a lot of issues and a lot of people weren't really sold on it initially. Then they backtracked kind of on the beta and made it more frosted glass and transparent. But all that aside, I really do like this new design language and direction from Apple. However, look-wise, as big of a change as it was the stability that really caused a lot of issues. iOS as a whole has not been the most consistent software platform and has had a ton of hiccups, silly bugs, poor performance issues, and battery life that remains to give you a lot to be desired. Hopefully that'll be changed as the year progresses in 2026, but as a big change for software as a whole for Apple, this is definitely a move in the right direction. Now, aside from that, liquid glass, top shelf, great change software-wise. We had another new one that, well, really isn't new at this point. It was brought back to iPadOS, and that was multitasking. The way now that Apple has finally revamped iPad multitasking, the most consequential change was to actually release the all-new multitasking system with Windows and an macOS menu bar and cursor. Apps can now really run basically freely, they're resizable, and this made it just quite the change. It made it feel more of a laptop replacement, even though I still don't believe an iPad will fully ever replace a Mac for workflows and things of that nature. However, in a pinch, they have definitely improved on this quite a bit. They also did bring back slide over, and that was a much requested feature that they took away. Hopefully now going forward, they will continue to build on iPadOS and make that even better in 2026. Specifically, as powerful as these new chips are, all these chips are definitely powering the iPads, the Macs. Power has never been an issue on the iPad, it's the execution of the software as a whole. Now, also speaking of Mac, they have a more powerful Mac Spotlight. Spotlight definitely received its most extensive overhaul to date, transforming it from a passive search tool into an action-first command interface. Similar to other third-party apps that were out there, it can execute hundreds of direct commands right in that Spotlight search. This is something personally I want to look forward to and try to reach more into this year. I am just oblivious to some of those things, honestly. If you are a fan, comment down below and let me know some of your favorite command prompts that you use with the new Spotlight. Aside from that, also, another major addition is live translation. Live translation now operates inside Messages, FaceTime, and the phone app, translating both text and spoken audio during conversations. In Messages, incoming and outgoing text can be translated in line. In FaceTime, live translation provides real-time translated captions during video calls, allowing participants to speak naturally while reading translations as the conversation keeps carrying on. This is very, very cool and a great new addition that Apple did add this year, and I think definitely has a lot of promise here in the near future. Then also communication screening and hold assist. This isn't anything new, but for the iPhone it is. Android has had it for years. Hold calls, being able to actually just have Gemini help you nowadays, it still runs circles around what Apple's offering is, but these are great additions, and with the new personalized Siri and smarter Siri, hopefully coming in a few months. Actually, in beta, we'll definitely see it in a few short months, but before it gets rolled out to the public, it could be a while. This is definitely a good feature and a much, much, much requested quality of life improvement for iPhone. With call screening, it allows the iPhone to automatically answer calls from unknown numbers on the user's behalf. The system asks the caller to identify themselves and explain a reason for calling. Hold assist, this is basically self-explanatory also. When a user is placed on hold during a phone call, the iPhone can remain in the queue on your behalf and monitor it until a call is answered or a call seems to be resolved and an agent's on the phone ready to talk to you. So this could save time, give you some of your time back. However, the times I've used this, it does not work flawlessly. I've had it pick up when a natural voice kind of answers on the line, even if it is just a robot. So I still don't think it's where Apple or really end users want it to be just yet. So these are just a couple of the top changes from 2025. Again, 2026 has a lot of promise and a lot of change for Apple. We most likely won't actually even get a base iPhone 18 this year. It's rumored to be replaced with just the Pro Max, and the iPhone Fold or Ultra or whatever it ends up being called. So I'm very excited and curious to see how that is going to work out. But again, we'll talk about all these things in our Apple Rewind segment over the weekend. Probably will drop on Sunday this week. We're flying out to Vegas on Monday for CES. Make sure to turn your notifications on. We'll have a ton of coverage and first look at new iPhone accessories coming out. Super excited about that. Let me know what you want to see. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year, everyone. And we will catch you in the next one. Peace.